Hi everyone, this is Suzanne Wagner. I'm back home. Woohoo! It's a beautiful day in Northern California. We wish we had more rain, but we don't. So we are, doing lots of water saving patterns and mechanisms and cutting back even further on the water for our cute little plants and our vegetables and seeing what was going to work. Hope everyone is doing the same. Let's do the numerology and astrology for today, which is May 24th, 2021. If you add all those numbers together, you get the number 16. And if you add the 1 and the 6 together, you get the number 7. One of my favorite numbers. The number 7 insists that the structures of certain things be obeyed and more clearly defined. It is the number of strategies and structures, laws and rules, and breaking the laws of the number 7 can and will get anyone in a great deal of trouble. This is the number that created the phrase truth or consequences. The consequences in life always reveal the truth. That is the joke about that phrase. It is never an either or. It is the same thing. In life, we can make a conscious choice to speak truth and allow the truth to be the conscience and guide in this life, or that very same suppressed truth will create its magic by manifesting actions that will force us to see the error of our ways and assist us in realizing that it would have been simpler to just tell the truth in the first place and avoid all this chaos, conflict, destruction, and suffering. We think we have a choice. But the truth will always be revealed regardless of the intricate patterns we weave to avoid what we need to learn. I can't tell you how many clients I have had in the past that were, shall we say, on the wrong side of the law in various situations. At the end of their journey to the dark side, every one of them revealed that however much money they made using dark energy, they had to pay it back threefold. I always remember that when faced with these choices in life. Lying is never worth the cost, especially when it involves others' feelings, safety, money, or vulnerability. The astrology today. The moon is in the deep and penetrating sign of Scorpio. Something is transforming at this moment in the shadows, in the darkness. Emotions shift as the truth is uncovered, and we recognize that what we made up in our minds to cope with was not the whole truth. Truth is only revealed when the soul is ready to accept what happened. The mind plays tricks so that we can keep going forward. Once that shell game is no longer necessary, then the truth arises and we have an opportunity to see past our fantasy and become whole by integrating what happened and why. This can feel intense, but it is essential. Such moments considerably shift reality, and it is a gift and a necessity. Saturn and Uranus square, making it hard to deal with others. You may feel as if others seem unreliable, or that we feel fractured and constricted by our circumstances. Rebellion is an unreliable method for constructive change. Venus semi-sextiles to Mars, and it seems that no good deed goes unpunished. Regardless of which direction you choose, getting what we want seems just out of reach. Sometimes that is how the universe teaches us that we have less control than we think, and how it intends to prove that being smart is just not enough in a world run by chaotic forces. No matter how smart any of us are, this brain cannot conceive of the powerful and passionate complexity that enlivens this world. Instead of trying to have all the answers and be in the know, recognize how small of a cog we are in the wheel of life. And that information highway is filled with those who are unreliable, looking for credibility, and belonging by engaging in patterns that cause confusion and a type of back and forth that destabilizes society for their own childish whims. It is time to admit how vulnerable we are to rhetoric and take the wind out of those sails by not feeding that monster. And it is a monster, one capable of causing much pain and suffering. Once we realize how dangerous it is to feed that monster and understand the consequences of that action, only then can we decide to do something very different. My quote for today: rebellion is an unreliable method for constructive change. And my blog for today: I have looked out onto a world on edge. It takes little to inflame and create a wedge. Governments just continue to lie, and the people suffering continue to die. It does not seem hard to make people a priority. It does when those that rule prefer their authority over the needs of their constituents, preferring their power and influence. It is such a sad day when so many continue to die. We cannot stay quiet and continue to comply. Power must be taken back from those who abuse. It is too dangerous to allow them to continue to use. The resources are meant for the people they represent. It is time to show our rage and discontent at how they demean and no longer care, and remove those who lie while they pretend to swear. Thanks, everyone.